Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Darren the Ultimate, and welcome back to another video here on Darren the Ultimate 2. The last time I uploaded was back in Christmas, and that was quite some time ago. But I'm here to make a video that I was actually planning on making for quite some time now. Basically, since November, but I never really got to it until now. And I have a few opinions on Pokemon X and Y that I think I should share with you guys, because you guys do like the videos where I actually express my opinion about stuff, because that tends to be like quite popular. But um I asked some of my friends and my members of my group about my collab channel group about like the disappointments of X and Y and stuff like that. And here's some main ones that I thought that were really interesting. Um, well, first off, I'm gonna start off with the storyline. Flat out, storyline wasn't that good. That I've just gotta put it out there. The storyline was not that good. Especially if you're comparing it to how it was in Pokemon Black and White 2. Now, the storyline of Pokemon Black and White 2 was like simply amazing. I'm not saying that Pokemon X and Y was bad storyline wise, but like it could have been a lot better. Like Team Flare's involvement, I mean it was cool, but it wasn't like wow, Team Flare, oh, all up on you, boom, bow, bow. You know, it's not like how they didn't really do anything. Like they were planning to, and then we spoiled it or whatever. But like you see how in Pokemon Black 2 when Team Plasma, Team Neoplasma like froze an entire city. Like that was awesome. And then we had to slide around and beat all the grunts and stuff all throughout the city. That was awesome. Team Flare didn't really do anything. Um like in the leader, Team Flare's leader, like everything was so predictable. It was so bad how everything was predictable. Like Lysandre, come on now. Team Flare, look what Lysandre is wearing. First of all, he looks like a antagonist. Like dressed as like disguised as someone who you think might be a friend. It was like just so obvious. His hair's red. He's wearing all red. He has a certain goal and ambition that a lot of people do not understand. And just like everyone else, just like all the other antagonists, it was just so obvious. Like his ambitions and everything. Like it was so like But nevertheless, Team Flare is still actually one of my favorite uh evil organizations, mainly because of their outfits and the way they carried themselves and stuff. It was really cool, in my opinion. But um, but the story is just so predictable. I hated it. For instance, Diantha, like the champion, like it was obvious she was the champion. Like because when we saw her that time, how she's a model and everything in the boy city or whatever, she was like, "Oh, maybe we'll battle one day," and I'm just like, and then all throughout the story, you have like not seen her. Like she is like non-existent throughout the entire storyline, like at all. And then when you finally reach to the champion, it's Diantha. Yeah, it was kind of obvious that she was champion because you did not see her at all. Like you haven't seen her at all. Like after she said that, that was the last time you seen her until the Pokemon League. Like that was the last time. I hate the fact that Team Flare had so many admins. It was so like, well, like, and then all of them sucked basically. It was just, and then there was some that stood out. There was some that looked more like the others. I don't know why there were so many admins. It didn't make any sense. It kind of defeats the purpose of an admin if there's like 80 of them. Like it doesn't make any sense. And it's not like there was like a ton of Team Flare members. Like there was like substantial amount, but it wasn't like 3,000 or something. Because if it was 3,000 or something, 8 admins would make sense. But you know, yeah, that's just my outtake on the storyline. The storyline could have been a lot better. I believe the champion should have been more involved in it, just like Soul Silver Heart Gold, how Lance took over like the underground and stuff with his Dragonite and whatnot. That was pretty cool. I hate how the gym leaders didn't really get involved, just like They didn't really get involved in the storyline like in Pokemon Black and White. How like they took on the Getsy's like handyman. It was like the seven sages. There we go. How they went that. Then they went to Shadow Triad and everything. Like that was actually really cool. And I was actually quite disappointed because how much Pokemon X and Y was like anticipated to be like very very good. Like it is a very good game. Like the oh my god, the Wi-Fi battling, the just online battling in general is just so good. It's just so good. But like storyline wise, like I'm hopefully in Pokemon Z they would like add more to Team Flare. I want to see more Team Flare. I want to see. There was also a lack of like the legendaries involvement. Like the legendaries didn't really do anything. The first time you saw them, you had to catch them. Like it's like in the other games, you would see them and then they would go away, or something like that. Like in Soul Silver, Heart Gold, how you saw Suicune, Raikou, and Entei, and they all like you encountered them in the burnt tower, and then they just all ran away and stuff like that. Suicune, you see all throughout the game. Um, it was cool how in Pokemon Black and White, you saw Kyurem or Zekrom, depending on what game you had, a lot because N always used to ride on him, and how he rode off a Dragon Spiral Tyro and stuff like that. It was really cool. And then you got to battle him right before the Pokemon League. It was awesome. But like the legendaries here, Yveltal and Xerneas, I think them being the life and destruction Pokemon would have a lot more, effect to the story. They didn't do anything. All they did was come out, pop out some egg, because Lysandre like opened them or something, and then that was it. That was it. Basically, you either killed it or you caught it, and that was it. That was it. So I hated that. Um. Uh. Oh. And the after game. There we go. The after game. Now the after game, if you guys haven't noted, because first of all, the after game was like nobody knew there was an after game. First of all, like you just had to fly to Lemoy City, and uh, then you will get like then you encounter the after game with dang, I forgot his name, but I can't believe I forgot his name. He's like one of my favorite characters. Looker, there we go, Looker. So that's when Looker will call you, and then you will engage in the after game. But like there was nothing that led there, like that would, like, how do I explain it? Like after that, all right, after you beat the Pokemon League, like you didn't know where to go, basically, because there usually be somebody like, oh, the professor wants to see you in Lemoy City, and you fly in Lemoy City, and then bam, the active game would activate because Luca would call you, say, hey, come to my office if you wanna, just come to my office. And then on your way to the professor, you can, run into Looker or something like that. There was nothing like that. Like one day out of the blue, you'd be like, hey, let me just go to Lemoyne City, explore around, and go to that store that costs like $8 million to buy a shirt and stuff. Maybe see, I have some money. I beat the Pokemon League a few times. Maybe I should do that. And then boom, you pop up there, and then after game will activate. No, there needs to be something that leads to that. Like nobody knew what the after game, like there was even an after game when people first beat the game. Like people were complaining. But um but nevertheless, like the after game itself was actually really really good. Um like I don't know why. I just felt that it was better than the main story. I know it's an opinion of mine, but I think the Looker after game about like how you had to explore the Moy City, that you had the girl, she used to be like a bum or something, and she got like turned into a robot and stuff. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Like how everything happened, and then the person behind it was like the Team Flare admin, and then Looker left afterwards and left Lemoy City to the girl. It's just really really good. The story was like really really good, and I hate the fact that the after game was actually a lot better than the main story game. Like it just it's just like why? Come on. And then Looker's not even a Gen 6 character. He's a Gen 4 character. He just happened to be there. Just to try to clean up the Moy City. Like someone from another game made the most recent game that came out even better. It didn't make any sense to me. But it was actually really, really good, and I hated the fact that it was better than the main story, in my opinion. But I know that a lot of people are would agree with me with that. But yeah, that's what I just think about that. But anyways, what else? Oh, even though Pokemon X and Y was took place on the 3DS, because you know you need a 3DS to get it. Um, Not all areas were in 3D. Like there was like I think like two or three places, like the caves or something, that was actually in 3D, and I really hated that because it's a 3DS and it's a Pokemon game on the 3DS. It's not gonna look crappy or anything because it's a Pokemon game. So I don't. I hated the fact that there was like no Pokemon. I mean, no Pokemon. No 3D. No 3D. There wasn't a lot of 3D areas in the game. I was kind of really disappointed with that because I don't really use the 3D option a lot, but I mean, I still like that the fact that the option is there. So in case maybe I'm curious, I just wanna see the 3D, see how it looks, and it won't burn my eyes or whatever. But but like there was like no areas hardly any areas in 3D. It really sucks. That's just like my opinion, but like I think they should have added more 3D to the game. Um, but the graphics, everything were beautiful. Like don't get me wrong, it was really beautiful. What else? Oh, there was a lack of certain evolutions. There was a lot of anticipated evolutions that people were thinking like Sunsparce would get evolution, stuff like that, because he has a very good move pool, but like he just has horrible stats, and he desperately needs evolution. But like not a lot of Pokemon got evolutions because Mega Evolutions kind of took over this gen and fairy types and stuff. But like not there were like no evolutions to like recent occurring Pokemon, like Pokemon that already existed, like Gen 1 to Gen 5 Pokemon. Like they got no evolutions besides the Mega Evolutions. And I feel that there were a lot of Pokemon out there that actually needed evolution, so people could use them competitively and stuff like that. And I hated the fact that that didn't exist. I think they should have worked a lot more on evolutions and stuff like that. And yeah, that's just my take on that. I think I have one more. Oh yeah, Pokebank. Now Pokebank is out now, but like it took way too long. The thing is, the reason why it stopped, like it didn't come out like the date it was supposed to is because it came out in Japan first, and the Japanese like broke the server or something like that. The same thing happened with Flipnote 3D. Now, what I don't understand is, you know how Japan could get with these type of things. So you think you would prepare for stuff like this? Like people, the one thing people hate is when someone gives a certain date for something that they really want, and then it just doesn't come out on that date, and then they have to wait. People hate that. People hate waiting for something that should have been came out. Flipnote 3D still didn't come out. Like I don't even know. I don't even know if it even exists anymore. To be, to be honest with you, like I don't hear like one day I heard about it and then the other day I didn't. And Pokemon was exactly like that. Like people made Twitter accounts, parody Twitter accounts about Pokebank and stuff like that. It's pretty funny, but I mean it's out now, so I'm not gonna really complain about it. But I mean, we had to wait like 2 months. We had to wait like 2 months for it to come out, and I hate that, man. I hate waiting, and I know I'm not the only one here that hates the fact that you have to do um hates the fact that you have to wait for something that you really need, especially when Pokemon X and Y basically revolves around helping you get better and play and battle a lot more competitively. And then you can't use your Pokemon from your previous games because Pokebank didn't come out because the servers are broken and stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me, and people hate that, and I'm one of them. So that's just all of my like all the disappointments that I can think of. But don't get me wrong, X and Y, great game, not my favorite, great game though. Um, I mean, it is kind of my favorite. It's just not. It's probably in the top five favorite Pokemon games because of the all the battle animations and the graphics and stuff like that. And I love the roller skates and stuff like that. Everything else was pretty cool, but those things right there is just kind of like, you could have really worked on that. But anyways, I've been rambling for quite some time now. Thanks to everyone who told me who thought of like stuff that they hated about the game, and because I didn't really want to speak on just my behalf, because I know there's a lot of people who also have a lot of reasons to hate the game and stuff like that, and that, well, not really hate the game, but be disappointed and so that's why I ask people. But anyways, those are all the ones that I could really think of. Um, so yeah, this is my Pokemon X and Y disappointments. If you have any disappointments in X and Y that I didn't, bring up, be sure to leave it in the comments. Like this video, share it, whatever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This been Darren the Ultimates. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.